In this video, I'm going to talk about Cakepalooza Rhinebeck, my first experience ever. I'm going to show you my haul, and I'm also going to pick a winner for the contest from the last video, and I'm also going to show a tip on how to not, when you're working in the round, not to get a big hole in the corner of your sleeve. So stick around. Hello, my name is Kimberly McAlinden, and if you're brand new here, welcome. If you're coming back, I certainly appreciate it. I just want to mention that I am in a different setting. We're actually at our beach location. We came down for the weekend. It's a beautiful weekend here, fall, and I just wanted to let you all know I forgot all my makeup. Thank God this camera has like a setting that kind of like smooths everything out. Like I have not a lick of makeup on, and I thought, I can't wait any longer to get this to you. So here you go. Here's me, au naturel. And I can't believe it's been a week since I was in massive amounts of people, massive amounts of yarn, and such beautiful, glorious sweaters. It was fantastic. So on Thursday, I drove up with my emotional support knitters, Helen and Dixie. Thank you, ladies, so much for everything that you did for me last weekend. So we drove up on Thursday night and had a lovely dinner, and then we went to Cakepalooza early Friday morning to set up. Now this was my first time that I ever set up a booth, so I had a tent and a table and things to show. And some people were, you know, when they came to Cakepalooza, they were kind of wondering what I was doing there. I'm not really a vendor, right? So I wasn't really selling anything. I did sell a bunch of my samples from last year, but I really was there to help people pick the right size of sweaters, talk about sweater quantity. I had all of my patterns, all of my samples there. So really it was kind of like a trunk show, and it was a way to meet knitters, you know, and crocheters and crafters. So Cakepalooza was so much fun. It's a very long day, wonderful, wonderful energy. The people that were there were so amazing. I mean, I was tucked in between Victoria of Vita Lifestyle and Kelly of Fashion School Dropout. I couldn't have picked a better spot. It was so amazing to be around all those wonderful makers. And I'm really sad that I didn't get a chance to walk around and see everybody, but it was so much fun. I loved it. So at Cakepalooza, the first thing that I picked out was from, isn't this just my colors, friends? Look at it. All right, so this is from Green Goat Ranch. This is Rambouillet wool, silk, nylon, and Firestar. Aren't these just my colors? So it's a beautiful bat that was already made. Look how gigantic it is. So I can't wait to spin it. Stay tuned. So pretty. So the next thing, oh my gosh, can you see the Firestar? Can you see it sparkly a little bit? Get my face out of the way. Ah, so beautiful. So the next thing that I got was this beautiful braid. I'm on a Rambouillet kick. I absolutely love Rambouillet. I love to spin Rambouillet. It's very squishy and fluffy and bouncy, and I love the way it feels in my hands. It's so incredibly soft. And it's as springy as merino, but it like puffs up more when you spin it. I love the way it looks. But I did get this. This is from Kim Dye's Yarn, but it was from a different booth, and I can't remember the booth name. I'm so sorry, but I loved meeting you. But you're in Windham, New York, so I'll look that up. I'll put it in the show notes. But look at this beautiful. Look at this beautiful braid. So pretty. So I can't wait to do a little bit of spinning. I've left some time in my schedule to be able to do some spinning projects. So I got these for my spinning projects. The last thing that I got at Cakepalooza is going to actually be the gift that is going to for the contest winner, and I was excited to find something, and so I found this, and it so much fun. But it's the knit kit. So the knit kit is it's an all-in-one. It's an all-in-one kit. So it has 10 essential tools that you have, and of course, you know, I had to pick something that I loved, colors that I love, because they come in all different colors. So I got the pink rainbow, Avi, and this is going to be the contest winner prize that goes out when we pick the contest winner. So last week I'd asked you, what are you looking for in the podcast? Like what can I help you with on your fiber journey? And I got so many wonderful comments. Thank you so much. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert me picking the winner now. So good luck. All right, so we're going to use this one. I think it might be a hand knitted something. I'm talking about it right there. We're going to get the link. And now we're going to go to that, and we put the link in. So there are 56 comments. D and J Dotson. Yay! So you are the winner, D&J Dotson. If you could send me your address, I will send out the prize, which is that knit kit. So congratulations. You have 2 weeks to get that done. So after Cakepalooza, I just hung out in the hotel room. I was so overwhelmed with all of your wonderful comments, all the pictures that were taken that day. It really was incredible. And fall is my favorite time of year. And it was wonderful to be outside with a sweater on and just be there and have fun. So that day I actually was wearing this sweater. This is the Sweet Friend sweater. I haven't finished the pattern yet, but I will next week. So it'll be out next week. But everyone had such lovely things to say about it. And I'm so grateful for all of your lovely comments, and it was wonderful. But let me show you what it looks like on. I know I showed it to you last week, but let me stand up. So this is what it looks like on. It's an oversized, super fun sweater that has this lace detail on the side, and it's knit from the bottom up, so it's in the round, in the bottom up, and then you're gonna split for the front and split for the back. Then you're going to join it at the shoulder here, and then that creates a little hole here. So then you pick up your stitches here and then knit the sleeves down. The sleeves are very loose in case you want to scrunch them up. I really like that scrunched up look. I know you can't see me, but I'm here. And so I love the way this looks. This feels so comfortable and so light. It's just, I love it. I've worn it, I'm not gonna lie, I've worn it every single day since I've been home. Whether it be in my pajamas, in my sweats, or when I get all gussied up. But yes, I wear it every single day. And this top, which matches so perfectly, I got at the Gap this year. No, Old Navy. I got it at Old Navy. They have all different colors. They're long sleeve. They're so soft. So I always, when I buy tops like this, I get a size up from what I would normally get, just because I like it to be a little bit looser. And I don't know, I always size up for some reason. And so I did that too with this top. So this top is a 1X, because usually I would get an extra large top. So just so you know, that's how I did it. But this yarn is from Fashion School Dropout, my girl Kelly, and it is in the Chanel colorway. I knit the size 66, which because I wanted it to be super big, and the 66 took 4 skeins of yarn. Very affordable, very doable. That pattern will be out next week. So either come back next week for the podcast, or if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, it'll be over there on Instagram. The next day was Rhinebeck, and it was my first time. And let me tell you, I should have gone in with a plan because I instantly was overwhelmed. It's bigger than I had ever imagined. And it was just, oh, it was so nice. The weather, again, was absolutely perfect. I actually wore the Audrey sweater, and it came out to lovely, lovely reviews, which was really nice. I actually was a guest in a booth. So I worked at the Long Island Yarn and Farm booth for the first 3 hours of the morning, and it was wonderful. It was so nice to see all of you. I only cried twice. Once when I was telling the story about my mother to Eve of Floxy, and the other time when I met Caleb. And I knew I was gonna cry, and he is as adorable as he is online, and I wish I had more time. That was the only thing. So I think next year what I would like to do is come back on Sunday when it's a little bit less, there's a little bit less people, so that I can really like take my time to go through and see all of the beautiful vendors and things like that, because I didn't see one. I did, but I didn't purchase anything. The only thing I did get was at the Long Island Yarn and Farm booth, also called Life. If any of you know anything about Tabitha, she is awesome. And I've collaborated with her in the past, I'm collaborating with her in the future, and I just love her yarns. So I grabbed 2 skeins of her, this is her worsted weight. This is called, I can't read it. I don't know why I'm trying to even like do this without my glasses. But this one is called Pink Clove, and this is her worsted, which is 100 yards. It is a blend of alpaca, merino, and icicle, which just has that little bit of sheen. It's so beautiful. It's in the color Pink Clove, and I picked these up because I like in the fall, when it starts to get really chilly, I like to design a hat. So coming up next from me after this pattern is going to be a hat pattern. And so I have done the Marin hat, the Emily hat, and who knows which niece this one's gonna be named after, probably on the McAlinden side this time. But these are destined to become an Audrey hat. No, they're destined to become, these are destined to become a new hat, my new hat pattern that'll be out, I don't know, in a couple weeks whenever I get it done. But I'm starting to get, my creative juices are flowing, and I'm so excited to work with this. This is a very pale pink, and it's called Pink Clove. So what am I working on? I've just started to test knit again. I am so excited to be doing that. I have really, really missed it. And so I'm working on the Coast Away sweater from Tiff Nealon. This is my fourth test knit of Tiff's. I absolutely love her things. And what I love is the little bitty details that she puts in her stuff. So here it is. It's a DK weight sweater. It is a top-down raglan, and it's so much fun. So there are 3 different colors. My main color is, it's an old one. It's from House of a la Mode, and it is in her DK. Isn't it beautiful? It's just this really awesome brown. I'll be able to wear it so much. And then this is also a House of a la Mode color. It's kind of like a pinkish taupe, and it has little speckles in it. Wait, let me get the big thing. Here it is. Isn't it? Oh, I love it. So this is the main. And then this is the other one. Now there is another color that that goes in it, and I picked this Spin Cycle. So her photo has Spin Cycle as well. So it has 3 colors, and this is the Spin Cycle that I chose. This one is the thicker one, the Dream State, not dyed in the wool. So this is the thicker one because we're working with DK. And so this was my plan, which I think is great. However, when I was knitting it, I knit the top. It's supposed to be the way this is, and then this part right here, this little detail is supposed to be in the Spin Cycle. And what happened was, I did it, but I didn't like the way that it looked. It wasn't my favorite. So I took it out and I decided, you know what, I'm going to use this color, because I love it. I love it so much. And I really like the way that it looks. So I still have the sleeves to do, and I am just finishing up that bottom hem. So I did not use this color where I should have. So it should have been here, and let me stand up. It should have been here, down at the bottom. And then look, it's a split hem, and the hem is in the front. Genius. I also added an inch of length because that length looks the best on me. So I like to tell everybody that patterns are like recipes. If you don't like nuts in your banana bread, don't put them in. I wouldn't want to spend my time and my effort knitting this whole sweater and then not liking the way it looked, or the detail not popping out as it should. And I just didn't have anything in my stash, and I really wanted to get going, and so I changed it up. And I love it. But on the sleeve, there's this long detail on the sleeve, and I think that's where this is really gonna shine and look really nice. But you know what? If I knit it and I don't like it, I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna knit everything, every contrast in this color, because I love the way that these look together, and then it would be a sweater that I would really, really wanna wear. I'm just about ready to pick up for the sleeves. And so that's gonna be the tip of the day. How do you not get that hole in the corner when you are knitting your sweater? So let's go to that right now. Okay, tip time it is. So one of the things that you have asked me to show you is when you're knitting top down and you've put all of your stitches on a holder, and now I have placed all of those stitches for my sleeve on my knitting needle. And so I've placed all those stitches on my knitting needle. You can see here's the top, and we're coming down this way. And we have this set of stitches to cast on, and then when you get here, there becomes this little hole. So what do I do? So what I do, let me find my yarn here. Okay. Based on the pattern, it's going to tell me to pick up however many stitches there are here. Usually it's the amount of stitches that you cast on, and mine is 7. So I'm going to come to the center here, and I'm going to pick up those stitches. All right, so here I'm going to pick up 4 on this side. 1, 2, oh, there's some hair in there. 2, 3, and 4. So if I were to, I split that one, and 4. So if I were to continue knitting and I picked on this one and I just started knitting across, which is what the pattern, you know, can tell you to do. See, this one isn't going to have a hole. You get kind of a little hole here. So what I like to do is see where I am here. Now, if I were to pick up an extra stitch in the corners, which is what I like to do, if I were to pick up this stitch here, that would create a hole as well, right? Because that is actually the loop that goes from this stitch to this stitch. Like if we were increasing, we would pick this up. If you were to pick it up and knit into the front of it like a right leaning increase, let's see what that looks like. That kind of closes the hole a little bit, actually a lot of it. That looks really good on this sweater. So you get this extra stitch, it's twisted right here, and you can knit, you know, you can knit along if you would like to do that. So that's one way you can do it, is pick up that running stitch in between, right? Twist it, meaning knitting into the front of it like a right leaning increase, right? So now that it's big, you can see what it looks like, and then keep knitting along. I actually really like the way that looks. So I'm gonna leave that and I'm gonna continue. So then the pattern says to knit across all of your stitches. When you come over here, there are several different ways that you can close up all of this. One way is like we did before, and that's picking up the running thread and knitting in, and twisting it and knitting into it. Okay, that looks pretty nice. But for this part of it, what I liked is I'm gonna use these 2 stitches, these 2 right here. I'm gonna knit into those stitches to kind of bypass this mess. All right, so I'm gonna take my needle, stick it into the center of that stitch, pull up a loop, and now I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna knit into this stitch right here. And then I have 3 stitches to pick up. 1, 2, let's go over here, 3. So let's look what happened here. So I actually picked up 2 stitches, all right, to close up that gap. Now there is a little bit of a gap there, but like I said, this is underneath your armpit, all right? This is not something that people are gonna notice very well. Happy knitting. Hope that helps. I wanted to say thank you so much for everyone that came up to me that said that you love the podcast. There was a lady in the morning of Rhinebeck, and we were eating breakfast, and she came over and said that she loved the podcast. And everyone that came up to me and said something, I sincerely appreciate it. It's comments like that that keep me going, that make me want to do these things. And so I appreciated meeting every single one of you. Every single picture was just another smile on my heart. I really, really appreciate it. So I think next time I'm going to have some sort of plan. I'm going to look over, you know, all the vendors that are going to be there and just kind of make a plan. This first year was really all about seeing what it was about and seeing how many people, you know, just seeing how much is there. And it was just, it was amazing. So next year, I think I will be a little bit more prepared, and I will definitely go with a plan, because it's really nice to come with a plan, to find something that you want, and then also, you know, have some other buys. I actually saved money this year by being overwhelmed, so maybe that's a good thing. But I really I don't know, I really enjoyed my time there. I enjoyed seeing all the sweaters. I enjoyed meeting people. It was just, oh man, it was so, so cool. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.